Good morning and welcome to Minted Mornings, your first look at what's happening on the blockchain. Listen live on weekdays at 9 a.m. Join myself and Franklin for the latest news, biggest winners in the space, and how to make money in Web3. Remember to do your own research as nothing shared is financial advice. We hope you enjoy the show. Stay minted. Franklin, good morning, buddy. How are you?
Yo, good morning. I think we've just been like radio silence on the Twitter space for the last like couple of seconds there. I'm not too sure. Well, hopefully the audio is coming out now. Didn't have everything connected in properly, but we roll. It's how we're doing. But yeah, how you doing, mate?
I'm good,
Not a
thank
good sleep.
Give us an emoji. Give us an emoji if you can hear us. I think there may be a lag, but yeah, I think everyone can hear us. Yeah, I'm good, man. Had a rough sleep, but really excited, pumped. Loads of news today. We're going to be covering a bunch of news, including a high risk 0-day exploit on Trust Wallet. We're going to be taking a look at that. We've got OKX launches Ethereum Layer 2 network in challenge base, Solana update bringing first fixes for congestion issues, and Magic Eden diamonds and Adidas NFTs and much more. But how are you, buddy? How's things on your end?
All good, mate. I was literally preparing for the space and getting all sorted, and tripped on the bottom set of the stairs coming up, and dropped the whole large coffee everywhere, up the walls, the doors, all over the floor, everywhere, man. Tripped on the bottom step, absolutely everywhere. Luckily, my mom was there and helped me tie that up. Sound like such a child there, fucking.
My mom helped me.
But yeah, yeah, that's what happened to me this morning. One more week of here, and I'll be down south with you, mate.
It's always, yeah, no, I'm excited, mate. It's always the worst when you're rushing and you're doing something and then you make a mistake like that, and then like you have to clean it up because you can't leave it. Like it has to be dealt with, and then you just get even later. But yeah, how you feeling about coming down south, man? You excited?
Yeah, good, man. I mean, the weather's been better up here the last few days, though. So you know, peaks and troughs.
Yesterday was like gale force winds or some shit, man. I don't know what was going on. Like it was really windy. It started off sunny and then it just turned.
It's been good up here. I don't know what the situation has been down there, but my mate in London as well sent a video the other day of like what's going on in his apartment. It was just over London was just grey clouds and terribleness, especially like Dubai at the moment, which yeah. What's going on there, man? Everyone in crypto goes to New York and there's an earthquake, and now they go to Dubai and it rains in April. What?
Yeah, that is jokes, man. Proper rug though. I'd be so upset. But I've actually been to Dubai in April and it's never been like that. So definitely
yeah, it's the start up before the May really starts getting hot. So normally April's like hit and miss of really hot and then quite cool on the evenings, and then like mid in between the days. Like it gets pretty mixed, to be honest, and then May just starts getting mega hot. But yeah, normally it's probably November, January, and February normally is where they start seeding and rains and stuff. But yeah, crazy to have it in April, and they always overdo it. They seed those clouds and then just flood everything. It's never in between.
Yeah, definitely a rug for anyone who's there. I mean, loads of people flew out. It's pretty much all I'm seeing. People just blaming Raheem for the bad weather, which is actually jokes. It's just banter, isn't it? But yeah, so you're coming down south. That's next month, is it?
Well, I'll be moving. The last wedding is on Friday. Finally, like it's felt like I've just waited and traveled around randomly
on hold this wedding.
Literally for a stag do 2 weddings. Like it's just because I couldn't then go all the way to Dubai, which is my original plan, and then have to fly back 3 times with 2 weeks in between. It's just not worth it with flight costs and everything else, and then pay rent over there for 2 months with. It just doesn't really make sense coming on for 2 days for an expensive party. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So, yeah, rugged.
Well, look, at least you're not missing the weather there. Guys, we are live on video today, so we've pinned that to the top. If you want to have a look at what we're talking about, we're going to be checking some things out. reading some articles and looking at some tools online. You can have a look and follow along with that, just to give yourself some more context. And we do have a giveaway today. So if you scroll to the second pinned tweet, we're giving away $25 in W token. All you have to do is like and retweet the space. Oops, sorry, the post. Follow Minted and join the space. Be a listener when we do the draw. We're going to do that at the end of the show. But Franklin, without further ado, let's get into some crypto price updates. There has been another drop in the last 24 hours. I'm going to go through a couple of those, and then let's get straight into the news for today.
Let's do it. Let's run it.
All right, I just need to remember to zoom so this can be seen a little bit clearly. There we go. Okay, cool. So Bitcoin's price this morning is at $63,479, down 4.49%. ETH is at $3,101, down 4.7%. BNB $549, down just under 5% at 4.8. Solana down 11.16% at $137. XRP down 3.2% at 49 cents. And Cardano in at number 10, down 3.95% at 47 cents. Again, we're seeing a circa of 3 to 5%, with the highest of Solana at 11%. The weekly is now looking a lot more like we saw over the weekend, with drops of 17% on Sol, 21% on Sol, and 14% on ETH. So yeah, we're down at the moment. I'm guessing a little bit of capitulation after the liquidity got swallowed up yesterday, but nothing too exciting there. And let's head straight into the news for today.
Yeah, I mean, just on that, on crypto, like I've got a figure in my mind on one of my wallets, and I pretty much look at I don't even look at the crypto updates. I just swipe it down, and whatever the number of how much is in that wallet is, I know exactly where the prices are on everything, like in my head. But everything in the wallet's looking pretty red today. Solana's down, like you said, to 137 this morning as well. Everything's got a bit of a between a 3 and a 5% retracement this morning on sort of alts, and BTC down at 63. So yeah, we are pulling back just a little bit of a relax. Are we going to go sideways until the halving now? We got about a week left.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure in terms of once a halving actually happens, whether we're going to get a sell the news event or we're going to get a rise to all-time highs. But at the moment, it looks like there's this area of consolidation where there's not very much confidence. People don't know which way it's going to go. So I think for now, this was expected. It'll be interesting to see what happens post halving in that sort of 2 weeks following. We do also have the Hong Kong spot ETF that was announced yesterday. We did have a drop in the price action on BTC and ETH after the ETF was announced in America. For the first 2 to 4 days, I think it took 10, 11 days for it to bounce back. So yeah, let's see what happens. It's going to be an exciting time, especially in the next 10 days, I'd say.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I think everyone's just sat on their hands waiting for runes, to be honest. I think that's the only thing everyone's sort of getting prepared for at the moment. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. But we've got a lot of news today, which I am pumped about. Give me a second while I just get ready on video. But the first sort
Just
of
share mine instead. Just add mine to stage. It's ready.
okay, go for it. Go on.
You got
All
it?
right. Yeah, go for it.
All right, sweet. Yeah, so basically, OKX has launched an Ethereum layer 2 networking challenge to Coinbase's Base. Obviously, Base like has really started to pick up some traction, and I think it's going to do very, very, very well. Brett on Base as an altcoin, I think, might be their biggest meme coin. Sorry, to date. Like, there's a lot of people talking about it. It's done crazy numbers. And yeah, I think with the onboarding through Coinbase that's going to come shortly, I think it's going to be crazy. So obviously, OKX has stepped up. A layer 2 Ethereum scaling network built on OKX has launched on mainnet, paving the way for new users with the Polygon-based AG layer. So yeah, pretty interesting that they're coming up to kind of challenge so quickly. Again, are we going to have like a meme coin run on here as well? What we think?
I mean, 100%. Just for some context, it's a Singapore-based exchange. We know with OKX, they've got 50 million users globally, and they've seen $4.9 billion worth of crypto change hands, more than 4 billion in trading volume. So, it's not a small exchange. I think it's the third biggest. I've got some figures here in terms of centralized exchanges from Mazari, which I will put up. we've got a comment from the CMO saying, "We are building an ecosystem that is as seamless and interoperable as possible." OKX Chief Marketing Officer Haider Rafiq said in a statement, adding that X Layer has limitless potential thanks to OKX strong community. I mean, I completely get it. You got 50 million users, 4 billion in trading volume, 4.9 billion worth changed hands, and then you've got a layer 2, which is now going to be quicker, cheaper, more seamless. Makes a lot of sense. I actually really like OKX. I've used it a lot. I used it a lot in the last bull as well, for trading and just like great UI, great UX, and then with a layer 2 that allows the scalability and the operability. I'm quite bullish on that. I think that's quite sick.
Yeah, I mean, even look at the numbers there: 50 million users globally, which is the one of the largest in trading volume, and they're all over, right? You see again like the same sort of crypto sponsorships all over the place. You see them every weekend on the Formula One. So they've got like a massive community and a massive number of users, similar to Coinbase. I think it only makes sense, like after the success of like BNB, and it's something we've touched on a lot. BNB talking over the last couple of weeks as to what's going to happen their next cycle, because we haven't really had an awakening from BNB recently, I would say. So I think we're going to see a lot of these exchanges doing some crazy stuff into the next cycle, I guess.
Yeah, I've got some information here from Mazari. Again, you guys can follow along with the video as well. Binance, in terms of reported volume, is 26 billion, followed by Bybit at 6 billion, and then OKX in at number 3 at 5.59 billion. So very close to being top two, 495 markets with 323 assets. Definitely a key player in the game. If you compare that to Coinbase down at number 5, almost at half in terms of reported volume. So definitely something to look at. Is there going to be a meme coin season? Most probably. And we've seen the sort of positive response that Base has got. I think this is definitely one to watch.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree. I mean, the amount of users and stuff is pretty crazy, and we've seen obviously Base looking at stepping up what they're going to be doing as well, pretty soon. So yeah, I mean, let them battle between each other. The amount of users is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I've got
Even
Base DeFi Llama up here now, just so you can have a look at some of those numbers there. Base really did really well. It's got a TVL of 1.4 billion at the moment, which is definitely not something um you can ignore. Volume, if you have a look at the chart that I've got in front of us now, absolutely crazy, in line with TVL, almost up at 700 million. So even their 24-hour volume is 382 million. So even though the meme coin season hasn't been as active, we're definitely still seeing a lot of volume pass through there within the last 24 hours, 3 billion in the last 7 days. If OKX has, you know, double the amount of volume, I don't actually know a number of users comparatively, but even a percentage of those to compare or rival Base, we're definitely going to see a big uptake in the user of L2s and OKX and Base. They know that that's what's happening. Layer X, they're calling it, which I quite like as well.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, even looking at 50 million users globally, let's say they bring $100 each. That's like 5 billion. It's pretty
Yeah.
decent, and that's going to flow into the market and then bridge from there. So there'll be players and things getting built on this as well. So it'll be interesting to see how that actually pans out, and what, who chooses OKX over Base, and what's the difference and what they're going to be perceived to be used for.
Yeah, definitely. And just for some context on layer twos as well, in addition to cheap transactions, they also make interacting with dApps a lot more feasible for users because they're way less expensive. So through Layer X, users have they have access to 170 dApps, which is slated to increase exponentially. OKX said in a statement. So they're going to be doing it in a massive way. Very simply, they've got a large number of users. They've got a very high volume. They've got 170 dApps that users can use that through, and they want to do that through Layer X. So, yeah, great bit of news. I think really exciting. It's a monumental step for them to be more unified in Web3, and yeah, it's a connection to the aggregated layer. So I think it's a great bit of information for them. Win.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll definitely see how this one pans out. We've seen it before with all of the others. So let's pay attention. I'm not missing Brett on Base, whatever the equivalent is on OKX. Give me it.
Whatever it is, we don't even know what it is yet, but we're not fucking missing it.
I'm ready to bridge Ethereum. Like, let's go.
Yeah, 100%. We've got the next bit of news here. This is really interesting. I don't know if you saw it about Trust Wallet and the exploit.
Yeah. So yeah, let's run through the tweet and then let's dig into potentially it not being real. But let's run through the tweet.
Okay, cool. So, alert for iOS users: we have a credible intel regarding a high-risk zero-day exploit targeting iMessages on the dark web. This can infiltrate your iPhone without clicking any link. High-value targets are likely. Each use raises detection risk. That's scary, man. I mean, like the fact that you don't have to, we hear all the time, if you click on links, you're going to be vulnerable. And the fact that you don't even have to click on a link and your data is being sold or accessed on the dark web, definitely very scary. Recommended action to guard against iMessage exploit: disable iMessage ASAP until Apple patches this. That was really strange. I didn't feel like that's something that you would have to do or something that they would recommend, but they've got some instructions there on how you can do that just to maintain your secure. Um, and yeah, man, it's a scary one, I think.
Yeah, so basically this tweet went out and it's not just Trust Wallet that it was going to be affecting. It is wallet wide. So it's an exploit within Apple that they would know would be there to be fixed. That's why they've said what they've said in terms of them fixing it. But then after this has actually went out, there's been some, well, quite a few tweets that have kind of been aiming to debunk this. So basically, there was a known hacker that's found a 0 day. So 0 day is basically a piece of code that they know is there that's a known exploit within the actual hack itself, within the Apple kind of coding system, right? So they know that it's going to be a known bug, but it's been targeted and exploited. However, the actual DApp itself that everyone's like been looking into has been saying, you know, the website's built on ChatGPT. It looks like it's all built from basic JS code, and that it doesn't look to be real and that it's fake. So don't know whether Trust Wallet has more information and they're going off it and they know that it's there to put this announcement out, or whether they've seen the original tweet and just to be safe, they've put it out anyway. So there is a chance that this is a fake news event in terms of the exploit. But I have turned iMessage off. I don't use it anyway. I don't know who does really at the moment with the likes of WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, Slack, everything else that we're all using. I never, ever, I can't even remember when I last sent an iMessage, to be completely honest with you. So I've turned it off. But yeah, there is a chance that it's not real. But I would just be rather safe than sorry, because it's not just Trust Wallet exploit. It will be wallet wide. So Phantom, MetaMask, whatever you got on a mobile device on iOS, potentially at risk. So just rather safe than sorry until we find out whether it's, I guess, fake or real. I guess, yeah, take some precautions, I guess.
Yeah, there we go. You had it here. Again, you can see the instructions on video of what you need to do that. Very simple. Just head to your settings or messages. I mean, even until this all dies down, I think it'd probably be wise to do that just to be safe rather than sorry. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, definitely we're going to be seeing more of this as we head into the coming weeks, months, and especially for the following year in terms of even just exploits, scams. As more people come into the space, we're going to have more opportunists that are trying to take advantage of them. So yeah, definitely stay safe.
Yeah, 100%. Even then on the tweet that I'd seen as well, there's a few going around, obviously trying to debunk this and say that it's fake. But the media needs to do better and consult with security experts, such as they've mentioned somebody, but before releasing news that can induce mass panic. I sort of agree and disagree with that. Like, I think if there's potentially this going around, you don't have much time to protect your users, right, in the community. You literally have to act quick. If you think there's going to be something there, better put out a tweet and cause some panic to turn it off, and it be fake than it be real and don't do anything. So I would argue yes, but in the time scale and the things and how fast things move with crypto and on Twitter as well, and how fast these hackers do things most of the time, I would argue put out the tweet regardless and keep people safe, and then come out with a tweet later and say it's a false alarm. There's a
And
risk there, obviously, that the next announcement, that when it is real, if it is fake, it's a boy cried wolf situation, and then no one sort of listens. But yeah, if it was me in like kind of Trust Wallet's position, I would also be putting out that tweet to, you know, keep users and things safe until they know more, like a quick reaction thing, I guess.
yeah,
I'd much
definitely
rather be
always.
wrong.
Yeah, Always better to be safe than sorry. I mean, knowing me, I'm definitely gonna FUD this news and forget to turn my iMessage off, but don't be that guy. I'm gonna I'm gonna make a note now just to remember to do it. But yeah, definitely. Let's head on to the next bit of news. I see you got it there ready.
Well, we got Solana.
Let's go. Oh my god, there we go, Solana.
Solana updates brings first fixes for congestion issues. My God, this has been an LRG. I think is listening this morning will know exactly what I am talking about. After weeks of failed transactions, Solana might be turning a corner with the launch of its first update for mainnet validators. So if you've been trading on Solana for the last 2 weeks, you will know how frustrating this is. I have missed, well, I mean, just from LRG alone, I think a 12x and 11x in about 2 or 3 hours. And there was so many more plays going on. And I was getting called stupid. Like, what am I doing? What are you doing wrong? Honestly, failed transactions, 12 on one trade was not going through over and over again, failed on the bot as well, over and over again. In the end, I give up. And I was on the phone to you driving back from the Lake District on like an hour and a half drive at the time when I'd left the lakes. And I said to you, I was like, if these transactions actually do go through, they're
Yeah.
all going to go through because the wallet, the balance can handle it. And it's up 10x. So we'll be at about 160 ETH at the moment in profit, mate. And they're all failed. All of them failed. So I can completely resonate with wanting these fixes to be done. And I would say I'd never thought I would be talking about degenning on Solana, to be completely honest, and wanting it fixed.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know that the challenges that you went through, I also did as well. There were so many times where I wanted to buy that dip and transactions weren't going through. It was getting really frustrating. And everyone sort of says, like, Solana over ETH, Solana over ETH because it's cheaper and quicker, but it's just not as reliable. I don't know how many breakdowns we've had right now. In fact, we probably should have had that information right now, but how many outages we've had with the most recent being in March, I can't remember, but like the cost of
Yeah,
that and like even the limit that it's going to create for the volume that's being used, I definitely feel like this was something that they needed to do in like as soon as possible. I mean, it's not meant to be a singular fix for the issue, but they have recently um at least taken steps. One thing I did like about how it was dealt with was they were very active, very public in saying, look, we're working with devs, we're getting on top of this. This is something that we're aware of, and we want to make sure that it doesn't happen again. And we did say in a space a couple of weeks ago that we prefer that this happens now rather than this being peak bull in 9 months and then we're all fucked because we're trying to get through these transactions and actually make generational wealth. But yeah, according to Anza, this update contains enhancements which will help alleviate some of the ongoing network congestion and will be followed by further enhancements in V1 1.8. So yeah, I mean, it's it's great that this is being dealt with. They've themselves said, "Look, this is a silver bullet. It's not going to be the be all and end all and the fix of Solana." The question is, when congestion picks up again, how does the network handle it, and how much patience do we have? Like, would we go through another outage? Would we be willing to spend as much time and our funds on Solana when you've got meme coin season happening on base, maybe on layer X, definitely on runes? Is Solana even going to be relevant in 3 months when they
yeah.
haven't got the meme coin season to basically prop it up?
It's good. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna. I think it's solidified his place there. But at talking about like frustration, anyone in that Telegram group will know how frustrated I was getting. I was like, I'd rather be paying $200 in gas and be able to trade than this shit that's going on right now. It was causing me so much aggro, man. I was getting so annoyed. I was like, just work. And even all of the wallets like Phantom and stuff as well had the warnings there of congestion issues and everything else. So yeah, it's a good short term fix, and I'm guessing it's very welcomed by a lot of people. So yeah, we'll see how it pans out. Hopefully, it gets better.
Yeah, I've got some of the updates of what's actually changed here. Now, I'm not a tech geek, so I will read maybe a couple of them out, but they're definitely there on video if anybody wants to see them. It was a tweet by Anza as well. So show staked versus non-staked packets sent down and throttled. So one, two, three, four, five, six major key things that have been changed. You can check those out. And hopefully that makes a difference. I mean, if it doesn't, what do you think about the level of patience that people are gonna have with this? Seems
Uh,
very
they're
much.
just No, I don't think it's going to turn anybody up. When there's profits to be made, I don't think anybody really gives a shit, to be honest, apart from when they're losing profits or potential profits, or if they're in a trade that they do want to get out of before it goes lower or before something rugs. It's very frustrating when that doesn't actually go through. So I can see two sides of things. It's getting into a trade that, annoys quite a lot of people and then making moves that might be time sensitive will get very frustrating considering how fast Solana normally is in transaction time and what Solana the guys on Solana are usually used to. It's a big rug. So this would be fixing this would be equivalent to Ethereum gas prices coming down, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've just had a look at the space on X, guys. If you do want to jump up and join the conversation, definitely feel free to do that. Or you can comment in the bottom right hand corner on any of your thoughts on any of the headlines, any of the comments we've made, or if you simply want to jump in the conversation, definitely feel free to do that. Franklin, before we do that, I just wanted to give everyone a chance to access the giveaway. So we've pinned that to the top. There's a $25 giveaway of W token. All you have to do is like and repost the post, follow Minted, and join the space. Make sure you're listening during the door for you to win a chance of having $25 in W token. Did you end up buying more, Franklin? I know you bought more in that dip, didn't you?
Yeah, that night I was literally like trying to play a pool with the lads, and I was on the phone with you. I was literally, do you know when you were actually on a call and I kept like just going silent? I was actually taking a shot, and I was holding the phone under my ear, under my shoulder, and literally potted twice. Like, yeah, it was ridiculous. So, after we
Yeah,
got off that call, I went in and I checked.
there we go.
Yeah, I went in and checked my airdrop and it was down to like $900. I was like, "Yo, this is the time to buy." So I think it was about 50 cents. Might have been just under. I think I caught one trade and then I bought a little bit more as well in another wallet. So two buys on W. Let me check where it is this morning actually. Let's have a little look. See what W is doing. Yeah, not too bad. 63 cents. So it's down from the highs. Obviously at launch was $1.40 roughly. It's down
Definitely.
to 63 cents and it hit down to like 50 cents. So it's up a decent amount, 20%.
Yeah. I literally that day when you said it, I was in the middle of something as well, and I didn't really get a chance to do it. And then when you mentioned it again on the space, I forgot. So yeah, I still quite like that entry. I think that's fine, especially when you're gonna get the ability to stake it, and then you're gonna potentially get airdrop from Nomad. So I think yeah, definitely something that I need to enter. I'm
Yeah.
underexposed for the
My
potential from that.
Yeah, my thinking with it was obviously the airdrop for me was at $1.40. So for that, I was thinking, right, it's a free trade. So I'm gonna average it. And I literally got like a 50% down average buy-in price, even more so, like 60%. So yeah, for me it was a good opportunity to average that and stack a load more because I do think Wormhole's gonna do well.
Yeah. I mean, if I was you, I would have at least at $1.40 sold 25%, but I appreciate if you was free money and you didn't really care. So yeah, I mean now you're riding the wave. It's better that you DCA'd and obviously you can aim to take profits once it goes back up to sort of
I'm not
point.
cheating no airdrop, man. I can, yeah, definitely. I could have sold it and wrote it down and then bought it all back, even more
Yeah,
so.
but,
But
like,
I'm just like,
percentage of it, right? You didn't have to like keep or sell your whole allocation. You could have literally just sold maybe 25%.
yeah, I'm just like, man, it is what it is. I'm holding it. It makes no difference either way. It's just sat in that wallet. I'm gonna
UK.
hold it long term, and I've averaged bags down now anyway, which is all good. So average price should be like $1 maybe.
Yeah, calm.
Yes.
63 cents is a nice entry. I think I quite like that. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next story, guys. If you haven't already, drop us a repost in the bottom right hand corner and a comment. A bookmark helps if you want to, and we really appreciate that. So we've now got a boost on your Magic Eden Diamond rewards with Phantom. What do you think about that? This is just like so much excitement in one sentence because we love Magic Eden, we love Phantom, and now you can get rewards for listing NFTs. So do you want to go through some of the information there? I've got it. I've got the video up here.
You forgot to mention that, and Solana is fixed. Don't forget.
Yeah, and Solana is fixed, of course.
I'm
Yeah,
putting a patch in there as well. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people actually playing with this. So you can basically farm rewards by listing one of the most simple way and quickest. Oh shit, we can play that in a sec. Let's do it. One of the most like the quickest way to do it, or one of the most simple that they've outlined, is basically you have to list one NFT per week for 4 weeks, and it has to be in the top 100 NFTs on. I think it's on Solana. I don't know whether that was even mentioned actually,
No,
but
it
yeah,
is. Solana
yeah,
NFTs.
yeah. So top 100 Solana NFTs, list it for sale at least once a week for 4 weeks. And that's the
Yep.
most simple way. But there's other ways as well. I'm seeing there was a tweet this morning. I'm going to try and actually find it again. Yeah, I found it. So a trader has basically been swapping one NFT, DGod 5420. He's been swapping it multiple times, like over and over and over again to farm the 50% diamond bonus. So yeah, there's a lot of people starting to do this now in multiple different ways to get those diamonds. But the most simple way is the one I've mentioned.
Yeah, what I really, really like about this is the the simplicity of the UI, the UX, and what Phantom Magic Eden are doing. They're really making it so easy for anyone to do this. I don't know if you guys can see the video, but it's how to participate, the timing. They've got a video on how to list your NFTs on it on the marketplace. And then we've got the rewards distribution. So diamonds will be distributed to users in their Magic Eden account approximately 1 or 2 weeks after the conclusion of promotion. Once diamonds have been distributed, you can see them by connecting your Phantom wallet to Magic Eden, and diamonds will show up in your Phantom wallet, are only visible by connecting your Magic Eden. So, like really simple. You do have to. The main thing was you do have to go onto the website and apply for the promotion. So you can't just list. I think you do have to do the first stage, which is actually register to take part in the promotion. But once you do that, you're going to get 500,000 diamonds at the end of each week into your Magic Eden account. Now, we don't know what the value of those diamonds are yet. Everyone's obviously having a lot of speculation on where they're going to go, but the amount of people that are using Magic Eden, it's definitely going to be one to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. So like if you do want to participate, so basically there's 500,000 diamonds per week available over
Yeah.
4 weeks, and just one task for this bonus. So basically all you need to do is go to your Phantom wallet. You need to go to the bottom right hand corner where you kind of see the little globe symbol. Along there, you'll basically see running along the top, you'll have little tab options. You'll have sites, tokens, collections, and quests. If you go to quests, you'll see a tab that says list NFTs on Magic Eden to earn diamond rewards. If you click that, you'll be entered, and then click start. And then all you have to do is list any Sol NFT in the top 100 collections on Magic Eden through Phantom. And then again, list one per week for 4 weeks from April 15th to May the 12th. So yeah, pretty simple.
They're just
Straight
killing
through.
it. I don't think there's too much more to comment on how bullish we are on Magic Eden, how sick Phantom is, and we just need to find out how much those diamonds are going to be. Does it have? It has to be 4 different NFTs, right? Each different one each week.
It doesn't specify. I think it's just list one a week. Could be the same NFT.
Okay,
As far as
well,
this
there we
is,
go. As
yeah.
long as you've got one NFT on Magic Eden on Sol, you're good to go.
In the top 100 though. Has to be top 100.
Yeah, I don't think I'm exposed as much as I would like to be on Sol NFTs, but I'd rather be liquid right now. So it's one I'm gonna have to swallow, I think.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's 500,000 diamonds. I think the diamonds were at about 15 cents. I think that's what they were kind of in like trading at. So $75,000 roughly, probably available. Let's say they have 75,000 people do it. You're getting like a dollar. Depends how many active users they are and stuff, right? So, but again, I mean, it's more diamonds, more rewards in that wallet in your Magic Eden account.
We can see the number of active users on Magic Eden, can't we? Is it Crypto Slam that we have a look at that one?
Yeah, I guess we got to just take a look at how many are actually going to be doing this, though, in terms of seeing it and paying attention to it. So, yeah, I'm not sure. And if you think about it as well, it's the top 100. So, top 100, let's say average of, I don't know, 8,000 NFTs in each. So top 100, let's say there's 2,500 holders. That's 250,000 potential.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it doesn't all of a sudden doesn't seem that exciting. Either way,
Mm.
though, it's simple, it's easy. All you need is a Solana NFT to do it. If you have one, you'd be silly not to. And they haven't even specified as long as it's in the top 100. It doesn't even need to be a different NFT every week. So yeah, definitely worth a shout, I'd say.
Yeah, it depends what these diamonds are going to be, actually trading at when they go live, So yeah, I guess pre trading. I will look that up. It was about 15 cents, I think, last week, but I could be wrong at the moment. Could be not, could be more. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, cool. Let's head into the next news story. There's a bunch of news today, so we're going to be just powering through them. Although I think we can have maybe a little bit of a discussion about this one because it is exciting, especially with the sunsetting of Artifact. But Stepan and Adidas have a collaboration that unveils an NFT sneaker collection. Franklin, talk us through this. This is really exciting.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Artifact there and sneakers in Web3, trainers in Web3. They've been pretty mid, so to see Adidas joining now is pretty good. But yeah, Steppen and Adidas Genesis sneaker collection introduces 100. Introduces I've got pop-ups coming up all over the place. I'm trying to read this out. 1,000 distinct NFT sneakers. 200 NFTs are reserved for loyal users. 790 available in a public raffle sale on Moore. And this collaboration highlights Steppen's move to earn focus. So yeah, Adidas have partnered with Steppen, which is like a move to earn, where you get rewards for basically walking and doing activities and things. And their most active users there's 200 reserved for those, and then the rest are all going to be going to a mint for the users, and then 790 available in a public raffle as well.
Yeah, so the public raffle is going to be announced with one winner each day. The sneakers featuring co-branded logos will be minted on Solana. Now that it's fixed, I'm not too concerned. Making each pair distinct, set to launch on Wednesday, April 17th, which is tomorrow. Like Franklin said on More, each pair will be priced at 10,000 GMT, which is Steppen's native token. Now, I didn't actually really know too much about Steppen. I've got some of their figures here in terms of the number of users. Um, but yeah, they've had remarkable growth with almost 5 million users. The project is set to surpass 522 billion by 2027. Which is the wellness sector. We had a conversation about this about 2 weeks ago, or when you were down, just about move to earn and Web3 and fitness. And it looks like you've got such a massive industry with wellness, and then you've got so much potential with Web3. This makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Steppen used to be called something else, because I'm pretty sure I was super early in using this in Dubai. Um, I'm gonna double check this, that it is that one I'm actually thinking of, but I'm pretty sure they started as a semi other brand that I was actually a user of, and I was tracking it quite a lot, and I was getting a lot of rewards by doing it as well, by recording just walking around the marina and stuff, going, just general like walks and fitness. So I'm going to check that out. But for context, 10,000 GMT, which is their mint price, is around $240. So $240 for some Adidas, or could you just go and buy some Yeezys? What are you doing? Are you waiting for these?
I honestly, for me, I need to see what they look like. I've already made the mistake of buying trainers that I don't like the look of. They're staying in the box with dot swoosh. So yeah, I'd need to be confident that I could actually rock them, because I'm the type of person that if I have it and I like it, I'll wear it. I won't necessarily like try and keep it. But yeah, this collaboration between Steppen and Adidas underscores how powerful it is when you can move and earn in both virtual and real world simultaneously. That such physical and digital partnership between the most widely used lifestyle app and a global brand like Adidas now a reality indicates the direction of lifestyle and rewards are going. Quite a big statement. Do you think that's true? Do you think that this is the direction in which lifestyle and rewards are going? Can you just see everyone in the gym farming an airdrop by doing extra sit-ups?
I don't think it's like airdrop specifically. I think it's more like targeting towards it just being like an app that's there that you use to claim rewards, and you don't know what those rewards are technically, right? I think it's just if you create a brand that's strong enough with like Adidas as a partner in terms of fitness, and it's an app that you use to track, you're obviously battling there with a lot of other trackers, and yeah, it's going to be a difficult market. But they've already got 5 million users registered globally, and they've already put out $30 million in tokens been received by the community from Steppen already, just by using the technology. So it's clearly 5 million users is not a small number. And I think if you get the marketing right and it's user friendly and easy to use, I think they can do very well. A big partnership like Adidas to drop on their marketplace as well. It's pretty big. It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I like how they've reserved 200 NFTs for the most dedicated users as well, because you get these apps or these services, and generally when there's a giveaway, it just goes out to everyone. But like, if you're the most dedicated or one of the most dedicated users, you should be rewarded for that. And I think that's sick that they've done that.
Yeah. Are they free though? Or are they paid for? Are they just reserving them? It depends. There's two
Yeah,
things, right? Reserve
yeah.
them so you can get them, but it's $240, or you've walked that much, you need some new trainers, have one on us. What's the situation?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely questionable. We'll have to see. But yeah, either way, bullish for Adidas, I think, bullish for Steppen. No real actions. I mean, how do you even enter the raffle though? That's one thing I wasn't sure about.
Yeah, it actually doesn't say here at the moment, I don't think. I guess it's gonna be through signing up to their actual what do you call it, the app, but it's through Moor. So MOOAR is their actual NFT marketplace within Steppen, and it says they're reserved within there. So I guess the raffle is going to be on Moor, the marketplace.
Okay,
Makes sense.
sick.
The other
Yeah,
thing I
definitely.
like
Well,
about this though that I would say is they're going to be co-branded, so it's going to be interesting to see what that looks like. It's not like a clear Adidas play, but what we've seen like previously with Artifact, it's a very big focus on fashion, right? We've seen the Dunks, Air Force Ones, all the other stuff that's came out. They're very fashion focused, whereas Steppen is fitness focused, right? So I think it will be interesting to see some actual like trainers that you can use fitness wise come out of Web3, at least be minted as a token first as well. Like I think that's pretty good, and a switch in the right direction, right? All these fashion like statement pieces, not everyone's going to wear them. Everyone's got different tastes, but it's something that you're going to wear to the gym. You just wear it to the gym. It's not necessarily fashion. So I think it's a good play from Adidas as well.
yeah, definitely. Let's see how it unfolds. I mean, obviously, we'll find out tomorrow. Once we get the reveal on what they look like, I think that's going to be a way bigger indication of how successful it's going to be.
Yeah, so if you want to get access to those and you want to see that, $240, 10,000 GMT. So you will most likely have to get their token as well to be able to mint, which is what I think it's suggesting at here, because they've obviously priced it in there as well. But yeah, you can head over to Moor, MOOAR, which is their marketplace, and on there you'll be able to enter the raffle to try and mint some of these as well. Or if you've already signed up to Moor, potentially like me, download the app and go and check, see what's going on. I think I'm going to do that today and see if it is the rebrand that I am thinking of.
Yeah, definitely. And then we have got UK to issue new. Sorry, let me just make sure I got the right tab. There we go. UK to issue new crypto stablecoin legislation by July. The minister says the country passed a landmark bill in June 2023, which laid the foundation for stablecoins and other crypto to be treated as regulated financial activities. What do you think about this? UK want to be a crypto hub. They're now introducing stablecoin legislations. They've got bills going out, that have gone out towards the back end of last year. What's your thoughts on this?
Bullish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the only thing. Like, yeah, I think like what you touched on yesterday, like obviously Trump pulling slightly ahead in the polls as well. Crypto focus was the conversation around that conversation we had yesterday in terms of pushing some of the polls in election years and stuff. I think a move towards that is definitely a good thing. Recognizing the stable coins as something, that's an asset they can actually trade. Again, the other thing is though, it's just down to where else can we get taxes from? This makes sense. They can technically
How do
tax US.
how do you control anything? Tax it.
Yeah, I mean, stable coins predominantly in USD, right? So now they can tax dollars as well through stable
Yeah.
coins. So like I think it's smart. It's a smart move in terms of like London's always wanted to be, and I think it's been a conversation that's been had for quite a while. London to be, one of the hubs for crypto, and it's definitely up there across with like Dubai, Lisbon as well, becoming very like crypto focused and slightly more friendly. It's only stable coins for now, but and again, how do you cash out of everything in crypto? You go through a stable coin. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good thing.
Yeah, it's the funnel, and it's also El Salvador as well that that are making
Yeah.
really really big waves. But so basically, the legislation is for stable coins, staking, exchanges, and custody. And we've actually got a comment from the economic secretary. We are now working at pace to deliver the legislation to put our final proposal for our regime in place. Once it goes live, a whole host of crypto assets activities, including operating an exchange, taking custody of customers' assets, and other things, will come within the regulatory parameter for the first time. That I think is really good because, especially with the assumption or the association of scammers or losing your money or being hacked, this is definitely going to be really cool for legislation for people who are more first with traditional banking and they want that level of security. Now, if everything's going to be regulated, all of a sudden, like we saw with the ETF, you're going to see an inflow because people feel a lot more comfortable, they feel a lot safer, and especially if it's coming from, from the government as well.
Yeah. Are you going to be going down to NatWest to stake your stable tokens or what?
No, I don't think I will. I mean, look, that's a really good question. Where is this gonna? How at what point is this intersection gonna happen where you've got wallets that are now regulated and your stables are now getting taxed and your staking is now getting monitored, and then you've got your bank account. All it takes is for XRP and Swift or for you to be able to spend that crypto, and then is a bank even going to be is it even gonna be as important? Like, do you are you then gonna have people who have more funds in crypto who are just using their bank less and less?
Yeah, I think well, in the UK especially, we had this conversation as well, like very recently. It's so undervalued, like it's ridiculous. Like there's not that many people in crypto in the UK. There really isn't compared to like the rest of the world. And I think it's very much in the UK like the cynical view, right? Of everyone's being rugged. They jumped in the last cycle and have all jumped out. So I think when regulation comes with stuff like this, it adds a level of trust to it. I guess that right, okay, the government are now backing it and are starting to look at legislation in certain elements around states like stable coins and cryptocurrency in particular. I mean, again, even just looking at how easy it is, right? Like I couldn't send any money to my bank account in Dubai. I can't send it from the UK to Dubai or Dubai backwards. Like that's not possible. Stable coins, I can literally send it to anyone,
Order.
anywhere in the world instantly. So like there's that element as well of cross border, which has always been an argument for crypto. And event again with layer ones and twos coming out, like getting even cheaper to do so as well. It's always made sense to me, this aspect of it.
Yeah, definitely. We've had Cookie jump up on stage with his hand up. Good morning, Cookie. How are you?
GM.
Good morning. Yeah, very well, thank you. Very well. Good topic today, and quite relevant. I'm actually over at the FCA on Friday next week for Digital Sandbox Expo. So they're actually hosting an innovation hub at the FCA's head office.
Interesting. Nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
so what is it? It's with the sandbox, the sandbox?
no, they're calling it the Digital Sandbox. Effectively, it's like there's a bunch of projects there talking about all sorts of different areas. Money's actually there with his project, Surf Monkey, which is privacy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're an example of principles-based regulation. They're engaging with projects to do better.
Nice. I mean,
yeah, it looks like a really good event.
I feel like they need a Web3 advisor though. Like, why are they calling it Sandbox? That's got such a bad connotation. Everyone knows Sandbox, and immediately that's all I thought about. I was like, wait, what? They need
To
some help.
be fair, this has been running since 2020, the digital sandbox. So like it's a permanent fixture on their calendar. So yeah, definitely forward thinking, and with the regulation coming in sort of June as well. Hopefully, that's the start of them taking the training wheels off some of the advisor population in the UK.
Yeah, hopefully, because that's been one of the big things for like quite a while. Like getting these things passed and actually going through and making some headway, and some of the things that have actually been spoken about. But it looks like yeah, this is gonna be passed, I think, pretty soon. What was the date on this, Pav? I
This
didn't
was
actually see it.
yesterday morning at 11 a.m.
I just mean in terms of when it could be passed. I think they've just said at pace, right? So I'm guessing it's gonna be summertime, I guess. Maybe a little bit later.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you meant when was the article from. Yeah, they have said at pace. So they're saying stablecoins exchange and custody by June or July.
Yeah, nice. By
Definitely
July,
something
it's pretty quick.
in the next month.
Yeah. You would oversee the stablecoin providers that were large enough to affect the financial system, while the FCA said it would regulate the wider crypto space. So yeah, definitely looking at like wider afield, but I think stables is a good place to start.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at something on the article that we actually spoke about yesterday, so I don't want to touch too much on it. But the UK's Conservative Party-led government has said it wanted to be a crypto hub and has since consulted on its ambitions to regulate crypto. The UK is expected to have an election this year, which could see a Conservative Party ousted and some of the plans left in limbo. So that's definitely something that we need to be aware of as well. Is that depending on who's going to win the elections that are happening later this year, you could have all of these plans that come in through Conservative, and then Labour could say, well, actually, we don't actually think that this is important, or for us, a crypto hub isn't necessarily something that's a priority right now with other social and national issues that are sort of afoot. So yeah, one thing to definitely be aware of is anything that's said now. What are the chances of that maintaining or still being of relevance for the next party that come in?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the easier it gets, the more innovation we're going to see in the space as well out of the UK, obviously, and the more open it's going to come. And honestly, I can tell you, like through DGen, we're getting a lot more interested in that realm as well. Obviously, we're in the UK, we're going to be Brighton based, office opening like next month, so it's going in that direction. And the easier it gets, and the quicker and the help is there, and it's just a lot easier to like understand, and them understanding what's actually being built, that it's not just like Ponzi's and all the other shit that's been going on, that's got obviously the bad connotations and obviously high risk volatile assets as well. I think the more this comes in, the more adoption is going to happen, the more things are going to be built, and the better things are going to be built with the technology that we're all using every single day as well.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see. We're going to see how that unravels. There are a few more headlines before we head into the last 5 minutes of the show. We have got Basie price falls to lowest level in 2 years. Now, I didn't really want to talk about this because we've spoken about Basie in depth, but they're basically down 90%. I mean, that is there any chance of survival from here on out? There were a few really big sales actually that happened in the last month or so. We had 504 ETH, 249 ETH, 275 ETH a month ago, and 2 months ago. But other than those, CryptoPunk's down 64%, Basie down 90%. I mean, this chart is crazy. I'm just trying to share my screen right now.
Yeah, I mean, so they're up this morning. So currently they're at 11 ETH floor price, but they did actually dip. There was a sale went through under 10 ETH yesterday or last night. So yeah, that's it's down crazy amounts, but everything is down, man. Like literally everything is down.
Yeah, but not 90%, is it?
Yeah, most of the cases more. In most cases more, but I mean, from the highs, remember this was like pandemonium in the last bull run when these were like 250 to $1 million, 250,000 to $1 million roughly. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Again, we spoke about it a lot. I don't want to be thinking on it like shitting on it, but it's kind of it gives a consensus of where the market is on Ethereum NFTs, I guess, at the moment. it's just not there. But lowest in 2.5 years. Is this true value now? Is this actually what they're worth?
Yeah,
No, for
very.
real though. Like for real, that last cycle, like NFTs that were up there. Like remember stuff like Here Prime was like 8 ETH floor price, now at 0.25. A lot of these other projects again were like at even like 5 or 6 ETH, and now like 0.1 ETH. So like everything's pretty much down. The projects that have launched sort of recently, the only ones kind of still kind of up because they've launched within the last sort of 2 years on that down, and we've had a bit of a pump in holders on floor prices, in that time. But yeah, it's kind of, everything's kind of down. So it's pretty difficult to judge. But I think sentiment is definitely moving away from most of these. And saying this, CryptoPunks is down at 40 ETH as well, but still over $100,000. They're still at like 100, I think $120,000 at the moment. So I guess it's just sentiment's definitely changed.
Yeah, definitely. And then the final news that we've got this morning, this weekend, Luca Nets further fueled speculation about Pudgy Penguins and Berachain airdrop collaboration, posting the following image with captions of Ooga Booga.
Captions of what? I've not seen
Yeah,
what.
it's basically the penguin in the honey.
And what the fuck is Ooga Booga? Explain
To
that.
be fair, I don't actually know. But it's the march of the protocols is on. E-sign arrives on Berachain, and Berasign allows use for multi-purpose on-chain attestations. It's all to do with Berachain. It's more so the fact that you will get a potential airdrop collaboration. Being a Pudgy Penguin holder, it doesn't actually say whether it extends to Lil Pudgies, but either way, Luca's cooking in terms of getting airdrops to holders.
All right, Ooga Booga it is.
But yeah, on that note, that's it from the news and the headlines that we had, Franklin. On my end anyway.
Yeah, I think the same on mine. There was other stuff that was kind of just coming out over the last 24 hours, but not really like big things. We've obviously touched on Magic Eden, kind of completely off topic, but Adobe has announced the generative AI video tools are coming to Premiere Pro as well. So
Yeah.
making content even easier to create. I think it's a super creative tool. In any case, and for Premiere Pro, with the amount of users that Adobe has, I think we're going to see some cool things coming out there as well. We've seen some clips, and some sort of teasers of that's coming out as well. So yeah, other than that, mate, there's honestly not really too much else.
There was one other thing just before we wrap up because I've got a hard rug. Elon is basically suggesting that he's going to charge for small transactions.
Yeah, well, it's not just small transactions. So basically,
Right? Small fee for posting and sharing and things like that.
and only for new accounts. So
Yeah.
what this is, it's like a battle against the bots, effectively. Basically, what they want to do is, if you're signing up to a new account, you will be charged a small fee to post your first tweets, and they're saying that this is going to be in accordance to like trying to battle the amount of bots that are actually brought onto X, in that they're proving their identity and everything else. I think I don't know. I don't know whether it's a good move or a bad new move, but they've tried a lot of other things over the last like couple of months while they've been, pushing to try and mitigate the amount of bots coming on here, and we know how much of a problem that is. I don't know whether it's a good solution. Is that going to disincentivize people to actually use Twitter because they have to sign up and pay to tweet? I don't know.
100%. You're gonna see a massive drop in the number of users because it's already in contention how accurate there is, right? Elon's posted
Yeah.
it.
The other thing as well, scammers are just buying old accounts anyway. They're just purchasing a load of accounts that are already verified, and
Yeah.
they accounts that have had a history, they've been signed up a couple of years, and off they go again. It stops, I guess, new bots. But again, depends how much the fee is, because if you're looking at scamming and creating these accounts, if it's only like 10 cents or $1 or something, they can afford to just absolutely bot that and create loads. But again, it depends whether it's going to be, you can only have one account per card or one account per identification. It depends on how that pans out, but scammers are just going to buy up used and aged accounts.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we're definitely going to see a drop in the number of users because you're going to have less bots, which is great. But then you're going to have that higher barrier to entry to anyone. They're going to have to really incentivize to come on because the fact that it's free, you can fuck around and find out. Whereas if you've got to pay for it now, that's gonna. I mean, I don't even know the percentage of people that would literally say, you know what, it's not even worth it. But then I'm not even sure that that is a concern for Elon. I don't think he's out here trying to onboard loads and loads of people. I think there's already a very core group of people that use X and that have been the daily active users, and the figures on people who have been using it consistently over the last X number of years is high. So yeah, I think battle of the bots is going to continue. Whether it's going to affect us or not, I don't think it will. I've definitely seen a drop in bots and like in a drop in all that shit. Have you?
Yeah, definitely. But even just in terms of like the outside perspective, like no one outside of like crypto Twitter is paying for Twitter Blue, like hardly anybody.
Yeah.
Like even like as we've been like tweeting and getting impressions up and stuff to get monetized, like that's like kind of the first comment that anyone kind of like, if they don't like what you said or whatever, the first comment is like, oh shock, it's a blue tick, like cartoon PFP. Um Thinking they know what they're talking about, some shit like that. You know what I mean? So like from the outside perspective, most people, 90% of people don't actually, even give a shit about, being verified or paying the subscription a month. So to then join Twitter, I'm not sure. It's good for new users to stop more bots joining, but I guess for new users coming, good for old users, but for new users, it's not so great.
Yeah, let's go. All right, guys, it's been a great show. Really appreciate everyone tuning in. Franklin, let's do the giveaway for the $25 in W token, and then let's rug it.
I'm trying to load it up now, mate, but once again, I've got this laptop on the bed and it's overheating. So I am slow on this, mate. I don't know if you can get it up faster than I can, but I'm trying to get the tweet and I'm just
I find
bugging
it
out.
so
I've got everything
hilarious.
open.
I find it so
Mate, it's because
hilarious how much you're cooking and like how much work you're actually doing, like meaningful work that's actually creating some sick results. And then your laptop is a pile of shit. Like I need to go fund me for Franklin's laptop, honestly.
it's not that,
We
mate.
should
It's
donate
because the Mac
$25 to buy a new laptop.
is literally the highest processing one you can get. But literally, I've got Discord open, I got Telegram open. I've obviously got Illustrator, Photoshop. I've got Chrome, and then all the tabs in Chrome in terms of like charts and shit like that. So it gets some heavy use. I need to close some of them down, to be honest, but I didn't prepare this morning to do that. So yeah, it's not liking me, mate. So if you can get it,
Yep. Or we'll run it
plus for
after the
streaming.
show when
So
it
I think
yeah. We'll run it after the show and we'll do the announcement literally within the next 10-15 minutes. But I do need to shoot. So I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who joined the show today. We're live on video, we're live on X. Definitely tune in, check us out. And if you want to follow along, you can do that by clicking on the video. Franklin, let's rug the show. Guys, have an amazing day.
cool. I've screenshot everyone that's in the space right now, so we'll know who's obeyed the rules that we'd set, and I'll do the draw and tweet it out under the tweet.
Amazing. Let's go.
Okay.
Guys, have an amazing rest of your day.
All right, guys. See you later.